What's going on, y'all? Psych Perspectives GeoFucks, and I haven't made a video like this in quite some time, but I just want to make a video. I made a series of videos back in 2019, 2 years ago, where I was basically discussing the struggle of in the black community, red flags, and I've continued to hit on these topics because this is still an issue within the black community, but just within communities, period, when it comes to dating, relationships, what have you. And I'm just going to keep saying it. Avoiding struggle love is easy, but in many cases, it's easier said than done. And I feel like the reasons why is because a lot of times people ignore obvious red flags for the sake of not being lonely. And a lot of times this is to your own detriment. So I want to make a quick video as I'm driving on my way into work. This video that I'm making, I'm just discussing this. As you get older, I do believe, at least in my personal experience, it has become easier at cutting people off, okay? Like, again, as you get older, in my opinion and lived experience, you can no longer get away with ignoring the obvious red flags. When a person is showing you this is who they are, you need to really take that as face value and believe them. People's actions speak louder than their words. People can tell you all day, you know, how they're stand up, they're respectful, they're caring, they're loving, they're, you know, empathetic, they're compassionate, they're hardworking, they're dedicated, blah, blah, blah. But then their actions don't even match any of the words that's coming out of their mouth. And that's that's the red flag, is that there's the cognitive dissonance. There's all of these inconsistencies. And a lot of times we will blatantly ignore the inconsistencies. This person is literally writing a check that their ass can't cash. And that's really what dating is you have to pay attention to people's behaviors and actions, you know, because in this day and age, talk is cheap. People will tell you what you want to hear all day. All you need to really do is pay attention to their actions. If their actions don't match their words don't match their actions, kick them to the curb. And I'm going to keep on saying this. This is just my, you know, advice. This is why, especially in the dating scene, you need to be non-monogamous. All of this trying to be monogamous with people that you're not even in a committed relationship with is a downfall. You know, it's not a good look for you. And I say this with my own lived experience. If you're putting all your eggs in one basket, you're going to be coming up short a lot. Okay, especially if you're dating, and I'm just going to keep it real, in my opinion, especially if you're dating cis men, masculine people, trans men, trans masculine folks, you cannot put all your eggs in one basket with that demographic. It is what it is. You need to be talking to multiple people. You need to be dating multiple people. You need to be getting to know other people. Do not put all your eggs in one basket with that demographic. I'm going to keep saying that. That is a quick way to get played and to hurt your own feelings. Don't do it. So, and just to give, you know, me, I always try to be transparent and give you all what I'm currently going through or what I've been through. So, in the struggle of department, actions need to speak louder than words. You know, what gets me about this particular demographic, they're always talking. That's what they do. You know, and a lot of times when they're talking, they're lying. And when they're lying, they're manipulating. You know, and that's what's so crazy about it. It's like, it's literally like textbook. They're all the same. They all behave in the same fashion. Some are better than others. Some are worse than others. But for the most part, it's almost like they all were cut from the same cloth. So you've dealt with one, you dealt with them all damn near. And that's kind of sad when you think about it. Because it's like, where is your individuality? Where is your originality? You all act and behave the same. That's the red flag. But anyways, this person, just like all the rest that I've dealt with, the actions don't match the words. You're sitting up here telling me about how your friend, this is what gets me, because they always tell on themselves. You're sitting up here telling me about how your friends and associates use you, and how they're using you for your weed, and they always come empty-handed and blah 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 blah. All the while, that's what you're doing to me through your own actions. So is this projection? Because that's all you were doing. You're sitting up here making it seem like your friends and associates are using you when that's all you've been doing to me. And I'm going to keep saying this. People don't realize it. But a lot of times, your social media is what gets you caught up, right? And I'm going to keep saying this. I made a video, and I'm going to schedule to have it post today. But a lot of times with these types, they will sit up and tell you about what somebody else is doing when it's really what they're doing. And their actions speak louder than their words. Every time we hang out, you're conveniently broke. It's always a struggle for you to get to work. Something is always going wrong. You're always coming in with your emotional baggage, and you expect emotional labor 24/7. Again, it's like you're talking to a damn child. Because like I said in my previous struggle love videos 2 years ago, people are looking for mommy and daddies, not partners. They're looking for the parents that they never had in their partner. And that's why when you're talking to these people or trying to date, it's like you're dealing with a child 24/7. Which brings me to my next point. I do not believe in dating people that are younger than me. I just don't. Because I'm not interested in being your sugar daddy. I'm not interested in being your big brother. I'm not interested in being the father that you never had. I'm not interested in being your psychologist. I'm not interested in being your life coach. Okay? So, it's just, it is what it is. It comes to a day and age where you have to start leaving and exiting the situation, because if you don't, you'll end up staying in these dead-end situations that's not going anywhere. So back to the gist of the story. You're on, every time we hang out, you're broke, you're down and out, everything is going horrible, you out bad. But then when we're not around, you're on social media flexing. Oh, I just got an A for weed. Oh, I just spent this money on this and this and that, and I'm going out to eat, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But then when I come around, I have to pay for everything 24/7, and you feel entitled to my money, to my resources, and you don't think I don't see that. But then, like I said, every time I'm not with you, somehow you have money, somehow everything's going well. But then when it comes to us hanging out or talking, you're broke, you're down and out, you got all this trauma and emotional shit going on, and you keep throwing it at me. I don't care, and I don't want to deal with it, and I cut that ass off. Honey, after a while, you start being the ghoster, okay? And that's real, because after a while, you're able to spot the inconsistencies and the red flags, and I'm just going to call it for what it is. Once you have a sense of self-worth and boundaries, self-esteem, you know what you will and will not put up with, it's so much easier to cut people off and keep it moving. In 2022 and beyond, red flags are hell no's, and say no to the damn struggle of. It's not necessary and it's not worth it.